Morton, is the cure ready?
Yes, loaded for dispersal in 2 minutes. Procedure traumatic for Eve, but not lethal. Malin's research invaluable.
She's okay?
Headed to safety now. Her survival fortunate. Will stabilize new government should Rex get any ideas. Good match. Promising future for Krogan.
Damn!
Control room at top of Shroud Tower. Must take elevator up.
You're going up there?
Yes, manual access required. Have to counteract STG sabotage. Ensure cure dispersed properly.
Morton, this whole thing is coming apart. There's gotta be another way.
Remote bypass impossible. STG countermeasures in place. No time to adjust cure for temperature variance. No other option. Not coming back. Suggest you get clear. Explosion's likely to be problematic.
Morton, no.
Shepard, please. Need to do this. My project, my work, my cure. My responsibility. Would have liked to run tests on the seashells.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong. I've studied species Turian, Salarian, Bacterian.
Temperature now within acceptable range. Dispersal commencing.
Medicinal science studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of
There'll be a lot of cutscenes for the rest of the episode, but holy shit. That moment carries so much weight and is so good.
A long time ago, my father betrayed me in this place. His own son. He tried to kill me, so I had to kill him. Right over there. That's what the Genophage reduced us to. Animals. But you changed that today, Shepard.
Now we'll fight for our children, not against them. It's just a pity Morden had to die.
He wouldn't have had it any other way. And I'm sure wherever he is, he's putting in a good word for us.
We'll name one of the kids after him. Maybe a girl.
But you, Commander, we can thank you in person.
Tell the Turians I'll be deploying troops to Palaven immediately. And when you're ready to kick the Reapers off Earth, you let me know. The Krogan are back in business.
Goodbye, Commander.
What will you do now?
Spread the hope you've given us. Even now, there are clans gathering in the Kelphic Valley. I'll go speak to them and make sure this gift isn't squandered. Thank you for all that you've done. And know that Erdnot Bakara calls you a friend.
Hell of a thing you just pulled off, Commander. Curing the Genophage. I never thought I'd see the day.
Rex has agreed to help the Turians, Admiral. We should get their full support.
I take it that leaves the Salarians out of the equation.
The cost of their support was too high, sir.
Well, I'll defer to your judgment on that, Commander. Let's hope we don't need them. Hackett, out.
Commander, Urdnot Rex has begun sending troops to Palaven. You kept your end of the bargain, and now I'll keep mine. The Turian hierarchy will stand with humanity against the Reapers.
I'm glad we can help each other out. It's the only way we're gonna defeat the Reapers.
That much is certain. To that end, several dry dock ships are ready to help build the Crucible. Garrus will coordinate them.
Yes, sir.
And when the time comes to deploy it, the full measure of our fleet will be there for Earth. May the spirits watch over us all.
I'll start managing Turian support right away, Shepard. You must be exhausted. Morden dying, it can't be easy.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
We both know you need a clear head to win a war. There's no room for mistakes here. You should catch some shut-eye. Besides, I know where you sleep. We'll wake you if anything comes up.
If you insist. It's open.
Shepard, there's something you need to hear.
All right.
Is this a bad time?
Thinking of some friends who aren't around thanks to this war.
That's thanks to the Reapers, not you. Are you thinking about anyone in particular?
Caden back on Vermeer. He died buying us time to defeat Sovereign. Seeing what we're up against now, he might think his sacrifice was in vain.
You know Caden would never think that.
Yeah. That's one more reason I miss him. Didn't you have something for me?
The Salarian Counselor has an urgent matter.
Let me guess. He called the comm room.
The Council must be taking the Crucible seriously. I'll see you downstairs.
Commander, there is something we should discuss, if you are finished rewriting history.
I made my decision, Counselor. There's not much anyone can do about it now.
Yes. We're going to have billions more Krogan in the galaxy. It's a good thing you saved my life once, Shepard. Otherwise, well... I have concerns about humanity's representative, Councillor Udina. My agents have discovered that he's using his authority to move vast sums of money. For what purpose? We're not sure.
Why bring this to me? Put Citadel security on it.
You're a human and relatively neutral politically. Your backing would help me ease through... Well, let's not speak of it now. Come to the Citadel and grant me a moment of your time. You may find it interesting. Valorn out.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Well, that gives us something to do for next time, but for now, certainly won't be getting on with that this episode. We're going to talk about what happened there. In case anyone was wondering, no, there is absolutely no way you can successfully cure the genophage and have Mordin survive. And boy, does the game fuck with you, because it does that scene with Grunt where you think he's going to die, but he comes back, and it's like, oh, it'll just be that again. No. So, Future Doctor, put up on screen here the flowchart of Priority Tuchanka. This is basically what happens in a lot of different situations, and how differently that can go down. Obviously, at that first decision point there, we revealed the Shroud sabotage, so Genophage was always going to get cured, Mordin was always going to die. If you don't reveal that sabotage, Mordin figures it out by himself. But you can then not say anything to him, and he'll just cure it and go on, and the same process will happen. If you specifically request, you say, Mordin, let's not cure the Genophage, a check will happen. The check will ask if Rex or Eve is alive. Rex will be dead if you killed him on Vermeer in Mass Effect 1. Eve will die in a number of situations, which I'll talk about in a second. But basically, if either of them is alive, it goes one way. If neither of them are alive, Mordin says, yeah, that's probably the best thing to do, given the instability of the Krogan, due to having neither of them around. And he basically fake cure the Genophage. The Krogan give you their support, and you also get the support of Mordin as war asset. Only situation in which he survives, you need to have Rex or Eve dead. If either Rex or Eve are alive, you're then offered a Renegade Interrupt. This is a horrific Renegade Interrupt where you shoot Mordin in the head, which kills him and preserves the Genophage. If you don't do that, then the same process happens again. Genophage cured, no Mordin. If the Genophage is intact and Mordin's dead, but Rex is then alive, Rex figures it out. If Reeve is the Urdnot leader, or Rex is dead, then you get both Krogan support and Salarian support, because the Krogan never figure out what's happened. But if it's Rex figures it out. Not only do you lose a lot of Krogan support, you lose Rex personally. He'll come at you in a couple of missions' time and fucking try and kill you and die in the process. A lot of very complex events can happen following that mission. As for Eve, so Eve dies if you don't have Malon's data. If you didn't save it in Mass Effect 2, then she dies in the process. Eve is a powerful war asset. If we go down to Krogan now, you notice we've got 830 from the Krogan, so we're now way above the minimum effective military strength we need for whatever. But yeah, Eve alone adds a lot to Clan Urdnot and a lot to Krogan clans. We've got Rex himself, we've got Grunt, we've got a lot of stuff here. Clan Urdnot, basically, so Clan Urdnot will lose 50 if Eve dies, which will happen if you don't have Malon's data. If you didn't do, or don't do, the Turian bomb mission, that bomb goes off in the Kelphic Valley, where Eve is currently getting Krogan support. That bomb then goes off and takes out a lot of Krogans along with Eve. That can happen absolutely before you do the Tuchanka mission, which then affects that check of if either of them is alive. What you lose for this is you don't get any Salarian support, which means you lose I think it's 150, maybe 200 that they bring to that. But you get hundreds of bits of Krogan support in the end. But you need to have built this up over many games. You need to have Grunts, you need to have Rex, you need to have Aralat Company from that mission, you need to have done the bomb and the Turian platoon kind of missions. If you've not done any of that, then yeah, it might be worth taking the Dalatras's deal, because the Krogan support you get would be so crap. But in as an optimized playthrough that I've done, the Krogan support is so much better than what you could possibly get if you took the Dalatras's deal. Not worth it. We've also got a load of Turian stuff now as well for having helped them out with Palaven. So it's all looking pretty nice at the moment. Next episode, we will be getting on to the Citadel to talk with the Salarian Councillor about what dodgy shit Udina's up to for a change. Hope we get to smack him in the mouth again. For now...
The bids of the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
I'm just glad the diplomats are off the ship. A Krogan and a Turian in the same room is a fight waiting to happen.
Now, for the rest of this episode, we're just going to be talking with crew members. As I said as well, like, that whole mission on Tuchanka is great. The fucking Reaper being taken out by the Maw is fantastic. And yeah, those scenes with Mordin, it's... I think I'm going to be fine watching that, and then he starts singing the fucking song. And that only happens if you heard him sing that song in Mass Effect 2. That's a little cheeky fucking bonus they throw in there just to get you in the feels, and it's effective.
Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria.
So that gives us a little mission that we get after Tuchanka. Another, hey, boring, fight the Cerberus ones thing. Hey, we'll do that in a while, though.
The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear about Commander Shepard. It's another to see her in action.
I quite like that. Let's go to the cockpit next, where we also hear one of my favourite exchanges in the entire game.
Alright, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
Alright, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
You gotta respect the classics.
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me! The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
Alright, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
That whole exchange is so good, and boy do we need comic relief at the moment somewhat. Let's talk to Joker.
Never thought I'd see the Krogan and the Turians team up. Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Mordin.
He was a good man.
Yeah, he was always running those tests. And one time he tagged me in the middle of the night to ask how many livers humans had. And this bump on my elbow? He said it was just a mild bone deformation, but I'm pretty sure he stuck a probe in there.
Glad it was just your elbow.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
I guess not. But he was one of ours.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Dig till we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I think it would be an honor.
There's enough misery in this universe. It's nice to see something go right for a change.
Can't say I've ever really witnessed history in the making like this. Well, except for Sovereign attacking the Citadel, and then there was the Collector base, but this one felt good. And let's hope Rex keeps running the show on Tuchanka. Maybe we should hire a food taster for him. Imagine the carnage if someone like that brother of his, Reeve, took over.
That could happen.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have taken that Salarian deal.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't consider it.
Anyone would have second thoughts about the Krogan. They just better remember you didn't act on it and return the favor.
And finally...
I wonder where all the Krogan will live now. I've never seen what you'd call a house on Tuchanka.
Wise words from Garrus to close out the episode. So thank you very much for watching this momentous episode of Mass Effect. Next episode, we'll be having a chat with a few more people around the ship. And then, yeah, heading out to the Citadel to speak to the Salarian Councillor. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll join me then. Oh, I should probably talk about what's actually going to happen now, because we're actually going to go on a bit of a break for Mass Effect. I've got something else I'm going to air for the next 2 weeks. It's a dumb little thing I recorded, or started recording, just to give myself a bit of a break from recording and editing this, and for people perhaps who aren't watching this, or even people who are, just a bit of something else to mix it up. So that should be entertaining and starting next week. So I hope you join me for that as well, and then after that, join me back on Mass Effect 3. Thank you very much, and good day.